Up next on the Midlife Mafia podcast.
Momma Jackie is the heart and soul of the Italian kitchen, a home cook known for bold Italian American flavors, big personality, and her signature andiamo.
Taught by her mother and grandmother in a tight-knit two-family home in Bloomfield, New Jersey, she learned early that food is about more than just eating. It's about love, tradition, and bringing people together.
With the no-nonsense, cook-by-feel approach, Momma Jackie turns the simple ingredients into unforgettable meals that feel like Sunday at Nonna's. Warm, authentic, and full of heart, she believes that the table is where the family begins and everyone's invited. Welcome to the family, Momma Jackie. Andiamo. Welcome to the Midlife Mafia podcast. My name is Christy. This episode, the Sit-Down with Momma Jackie.
Hi, I'm Marietta, and we're very excited to have her here today.
Hi, I'm Elle. Absolutely. The Midlife Mafia is an experience geared towards women over 40. We're going to make you feel powerful, enlightened, and confident about the woman you are and what the future has in store for you. We are three very different women.
Today four.
Yeah, today four. Putting the Gen X spin on midlife, talking about different things like finance, child raising, and today we have a special guest, and we're going to be talking about a lot of cool cooking things. Midlife is a time of change. It's a time of reflection. Most importantly, though, it's a time of growth. It's a time where you can use your past experiences to help guide your future because you've lived, you've learned, and you have that info going forward. And today we are very excited to welcome a very special guest. She's a midlife woman who shares her expertise in Italian cooking, nurtured from a childhood spent on the heels of her mother and her grandmother. An influencer who lets thousands of people into her kitchen, teaching us the love and tradition that food brings to the table, using simple ingredients with confidence and heart. From first-time recipes to classic favorites, her down-to-earth attitude is nothing short of inspiring. Today, the Midlife Mafia is privileged to welcome Momma Jackie to this show.
Thank you.
It's very nice of you to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a nice intro. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have a question for you. So tell us what's your connection to cooking?
Well, I've been cooking since I'm a little kid. You know, when my mother was making something on the stove when I was little, you know what she would do? Like when she had the scraps from the potatoes or the carrots or the onions, she'd give them to me. And she'd say, go ahead, cook something. And that's how it started. I make like a fake soup or something. And then I just got the love of it. And I kept going and going. And my grandmother would make recipes and she'd say them in Italian. I really didn't quite understand, so I had to pay attention. And I don't know, it just grew out of that. And I just love cooking.
It's awesome.
That is awesome.
Thanks.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you get the name Momma Jackie?
You know, it's a funny story. A lot of my kids' friends, when they were little, would call me Momma Jackie. I don't know why, it just stuck. And when this time came around for me to pick a name, I said, it's got to be Momma Jackie. So
That's awesome. My kids' friends called me Mare Bear.
Mare Bear.
I won't ever let that stick.
No, I was going to say.
I thought they called it something a lot worse than that.
Mare Bear.
That's not what I was thinking.
That's funny.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
So
Watch it.
So you've done some very successful, you have very successful online presence. And so it all started with some viral videos.
Right.
So what were you doing before, like as, you know, employment, and like how did this merge into the internet? Like tell us how that happened. I'm interested to know.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I was watching, scrolling, TikTok and like what everybody does. And I was looking at all these people making all this money. And I'm saying, how the hell are they doing this? I want to do this. So I started researching, and day in and day out, I'd watch the YouTube and I'd read. And finally, one day my daughter said, your recipes are just as good as everybody else out there, maybe even better. You need to have your own social media account. But I had no idea what I was doing. I don't know what that is. And so she made the account, and I said, no, I don't want to do this. I said, I feel funny. And she said, no, come on, let's make a video. Let's make a video. We made a video, and I'm looking at it, I'm watching the video like this, and she's like, you got to post it. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like,
Making it is one thing.
absolutely not. And she came up from behind me and went, boop, post. And I almost died. And I said, you posted that? And she says, it's out there now. And the rest is history. I mean, then all of a sudden I woke up and people were following me. And she's like, you got to make another video. You have to make another video. And so it just grew from there. And that's how it really began.
What did you do before?
Well, I still work. I still have a full-time job. This is something I do on the side. So it's like having 2 full-time jobs.
It is. It totally is.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of work. But I mean, I work all day. I come home. I do videos. Sometimes I do them before I go to work. And then weekends, I'm double, tripling up. And then I try to do things like that.
Right.
It's a lot of I love the laughs.
It's a lot of it's like gambling, you know.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Yes, it's addictive.
Extremely.
It's addictive because I know my followers want more, and they'll message me and they'll say, can you make this or can you make that, or that was terrific, or we love you. And now I'm like, oh, I got to do another one.
Have they ever made your eggplant? Because it was out.
Oh, it was very.
Oh, thank you for bringing that. That was fantastic.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you so much. I
Ready to
appreciate
go
that.
at the bowl.
So how was it when? Because I saw that one of your videos, the Auntie Boss video, was 1.5 million views.
Yeah, that was.
How did that feel?
I was dumbfounded. Amazing. I mean, a million people want to hear what I have to say. That was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But I really enjoyed that. That was something else.
The Stromboli one also you had, right?
Yeah, the Stromboli was another big one. And that was a controversy because some people think a Stromboli is a calzone. And I was trying to explain it. And all different types of people.
I've had them from a lot of different places. They're just named differently.
They're named differently, and especially from different parts of the country. That's one of the things that I'm learning on here, that I might call it a Stromboli here, but maybe in, Wyoming, it's called something else.
Right.
So, yeah.
Not sure they know.
One of the things I noticed about your videos when I started watching them is that you don't just make recipes that you actually try things for the first time also.
Right.
And you make it look like, wow, she's trying that for the first time. I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't, but you make it look like that.
Make it so easy.
Yes.
I try. Baking is not my forte.
I love baking. I hate
Most good cooks are not good
Bakers, yeah.
And just the other day, I did a Italian hangover cake. I wish I would have brought it here.
Oh, me too. What is it?
No, it looked delicious.
It was but I left out a whole stick of butter.
That was hilarious.
I've done that many times.
Right?
She's like, I have this extra stick of butter, so apparently that should be in the cake.
I swear to God, I was cleaning up and they're putting everything, and I'm like, what's this stick of butter?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I go back to the recipe. I'm like, oh, my God, I forgot the...
I'm like, nobody's going to notice. I love that your meatless stuffed peppers. So,
Yeah.
okay, I was telling Elle, I was like, you know what? Like, sometimes you just don't want to have meat, but I love stuffed peppers.
So do I.
And my family made them, like, with the breadcrumb also. But, I mean, like, this was, you had eggplant. You had mushrooms, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, we're going to make those, Elle.
They were really...
When you make them, bring them in for
Look at her face.
Me and her are not really, like, cooks, You
You are.
Well,
You've got this whole Italian thing going
I
on.
make a good sauce. I make a good meat sauce. I make a good vodka sauce, actually, now. And I make good eggplant and stuff like that. But I don't have time to cook. I'm trying now.
You can always find time.
I always
Try.
So if I cook in the morning.
The difference is you have a 21-year-old and I have a 9-year-old that has to eat before 9 o'clock. So I get home.
No, but sometimes I cook in the morning.
Oh.
If I know my day's going to be long, I'll set my list.
I do the same thing, yeah.
I have to. Like today,
I tried. Last week I made a meat sauce before I left the house, which is a rare thing.
But like the other day, I did that and I almost put my house on fire.
I was just going to say that.
Not good. I was cooking Barasco. Who else is that? Chicken and carrot.
For the dog.
Yeah.
And I was in a rush to come here, and I'm in a rush to go to work, and I'm in a rush to do this, and I had to do that. And I had 3 Zoom calls.
That's because you're cooking in the morning.
And what did you do? You left it on?
Well, I turned it on. I thought I shut it off. I must have shut it off. And then I must have thought it was on. I went to shut it off again, and I must have turned it on instead of shutting it off. And guess what? When you do it that way, it's on full flame. So my house was like, I still smell smoke today.
You left?
Yeah, she actually realized it when she'd been gone for about 4 hours. She was driving down the street, and all of a sudden she goes, I left my stove on.
Oh my!
And I told Sean, I was like, Sean, he goes, well, I'm an hour away, Ma. I'll get there when I get there, and don't stress me out. And I'm like, shut the stove.
Oh, wow.
And this felt
Bush lunch.
and did you go Roscoe? Picture of it.
And Roscoe. She almost killed Roscoe.
Killed my dog. And my sister, who probably smelt it, was downstairs, but was afraid to get eaten by Roscoe. So she
wouldn't go upstairs.
No way.
Not me.
Shit, I wouldn't go upstairs. By food, no.
I think if the house would also be on fire and she lives downstairs, she might have went upstairs.
So it's about priorities. You're cooking. Like if you want to cook,
I agree.
In your opinion,
I agree.
you find the time.
You find the time, yeah, you do. And I mean, and I have, back to the peppers, you know, my one daughter's a vegetarian. So
That's what I remember the video.
I have to find things to help her. And it's even harder because she's a fitness fanatic. So she
wants healthy.
She wants healthy. So, you know, and now I can't even get away with anything because she watches my videos. I'll say, I made, you know, this peppers for you. They're vegetarian. And she watches. Let me see what you put in. Too much olive oil, too much breadcrumbs.
My 16-year-old takes pictures and says what he's eating and it's in the app, right? But I mean, I guess they are so weight conscious.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
What about, I saw one of the recipes, which was close. Actually, you have tons of recipes that my family does. But one of the ones that weren't what my family does, the chicken with the goat cheese.
Yeah.
That must have been really good.
That was delicious.
That I want to try.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it's pretty easy.
You always say everything is easy.
Easy, though.
That's like your tagline. This is really easy.
I know, but I think they are. I don't know.
She makes it look easy.
Right.
You know, the cheese, I don't like.
Well, yeah, you don't have to have goat cheese.
So you can put like a different
mozzarella, whatever you want.
feta. Would that be good with it?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I'm not a feta fan.
I've never got that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a good. My shit. You could do that. Yeah.
That's another thing. I don't know if this is an Italian thing. I think I heard that it is because I'm not Italian. I'm like the only one here that's not. But you're like, we'll put in a half a cup and you just like throw some in and you're like, that's
My
like,
grandmother never.
you're not really measuring it, but you just kind of know.
It's a pinch.
In the beginning, when I first started, I was trying to be very accurate with all my measurements, you know, and I would grab a handful and then put it in the cup and measure it so I could tell you how much it was.
Right.
And after that, I said, oh, if I'm an to this.
No, you gotta do it by
I'm like, that's about a cup. You know, that's about a half.
Right.
And you just do it.
You ain't
It
get.
would drive you crazy.
You ever get pinched by an Italian? That's how long you have.
I have to say, one of the funniest videos you made was the St. Patrick.
Oh, my God.
That was great.
We were dying.
That was fantastic.
Just see the bloopers.
That's what we were laughing at. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Oh, my God. My daughter put me up to that. She's like, you got to do it.
But you did it.
And I did it.
Beard and everything.
I was like, because now I'm like that point where I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to have some fun.
Momma
do
Jackie,
it.
you shouldn't care.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I did it, and we had such a laugh. Oh, my God, that was hysterical.
So one thing that we focus on in the Midlife Mafia is midlife. And
Right.
one of the things that we are always talking about is how we care so much less. Like that kind of attitude. Like, I wouldn't have done this when I was 25.
Never.
But now it's like,
What the sign says.
yeah, exactly.
You get to a point, you get to an age where you just realize it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. You know, I don't care
Right.
what anybody thinks. When I started this TikTok thing, you know, and all the social media, I had friends that approached me and were like, are you okay? Like, are you going through something? And I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see what happens. Let's see where this road leads me. And look where it led me. So I don't care anymore. I just go for it and do it.
That's an excellent
I
attitude.
mean, we tried to. We do the same thing. Like we're like, oh my God, we look horrible. Now we don't. I'm like, whatever.
Who are we trying to impress, really?
Right. And people want to see the real deal. Like when I did the cake the other day, I was going to turn it upside down off camera because I said, what if it flops or it doesn't come out good?
You refilm.
I'm like, oh, just refilm. I'll do it again. And then I said, no, that's not real life. Let me show real life. And it worked out. But, you know, I was hoping
That would work out.
No, I love that. That's what I love about you. To me, that's what makes you so relatable is that you said that during the filming of the thing. You said, you know what? I was going to flip this cake over off camera, but like pretty much F it, you know, let's see what happens. And then you flipped it over and it came out.
Yeah, that's so funny.
For me, that would never work. You know.
Yeah, I know. So you have children.
Two girls.
Are you two girls? Are you passing it on? Are they at your heels learning all this cooking?
Yes and no. I mean, my oldest daughter, Rachel, is, like I said, she's a fitness fanatic. And she eats very clean, cottage cheese and salmon. And
You look disgusted by this.
I am, right? I really am. Because, God has a sense of humor. That's how I look at it. I wanted kids where they would come home and say, can you make me a chicken parm? Can you make me this? Can you make escarole and beans? And I got kids that are like eating plain salmon, like... Really? My other daughter, she eats more. She's better, but she's very conscientious of what she eats as well.
Okay.
So I have to be careful with the two of them, but they are learning. I see them in the kitchen. They're cooking their own food. They're learning the skills of how to chop things and cut things. And so they're picking it up from me.
That's important.
Yeah.
Those are good memories for everybody.
Right. And they're able to pick things out of the refrigerator and just put them together, which impresses me.
Yeah,
That's very hard.
It is.
That's very hard.
So they're learning how to do that. So
I have boys, and Michael's away at school, and he'll call me. Was I with you? When he called me, he was like, "Ma," and you said it's very easy, the vodka sauce, remember? I mean, get. Who else am I looking at?
Oh, you're looking at it.
she's not looking at me.
I just like to break hotels.
I don't make a vodka sauce. Okay. So I make a hell of a chicken parm vodka sandwich.
No, but I got you all easy.
Vodka. Yes.
Right.
So he was like, "Ma,
I drink vodka."
Ma, I'm gonna go back to the doors to meet that. And I'm like, I'm very proud of you. Oh, you have money on the card. You have your account. You want to cook, and you go do it.
absolutely.
Like, very proud. Sean does things at home. I mean, obviously they have to fend for themselves, because if I don't cook in the morning, there's no food. There's no food. But, I love to cook. I do. And I love, I do regular, I make a nice chicken pot pie that I brought in a few times.
And I made it then because it was pretty simple. She's like, it's so easy. I tried it and they loved it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we do it a different way. That was my mother's recipe. But my mother also made her own gavatel. She had the pasta machine, and we'd have a line on the counter down the road. And it was all everything was like this. And I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I was 12. I was like, I ain't doing this. Get the hell out of here. Let me know what the finished result was.
Right.
But now I love to cook.
Yeah.
I do. I enjoy it. I make a hell of a freaking sauce every Sunday. My son likes brajol.
Oh, nice.
Sausage. I love it. I put the spicy. I'm not a big pepper person.
Okay.
If I go to the feast, I could chow down on the sauce.
Well, we did this year.
We did. But look, I tried the other day to make something different from Thai to always meat, like brown meat, chicken, red meat, chicken. So I made sausage and peppers with then cheese and parsley rings. It's still in my fridge.
Yeah.
Sean didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm like, the peppers are too soggy for me.
What about Roscoe?
No, I won't do from that.
No.
They can't have pork, right?
I don't know.
Put it in my dog a pork chop. I'm just not a pork person. But no, I'm not.
Oh, I make a good pork chop with
I saw you around.
vinegar, peppers. Oh, my one.
You have to try nothing until you try my pork chop.
All right.
I douse on duck.
That's one of my
Sauce.
like when you go to a wedding or something, I choose the pork chop.
Yeah. So I take my center cut pork chop.
Yeah.
Put them in the oven until they're brown on both sides, just a little bit. Take them out, dye duck sauce all over them. Put them back in the oven until the duck sauce is bubbling. Oh, my.
Caramelized.
Oh, it's delicious. I'm going to make that tonight.
Making any of this,
When I make a video, I'll give you the credit. Let's say.
Oh, I'll make that video. And I'm going to say, Momma Jackie, this is it, people.
My sister and I were talking once about saving money, and one of the biggest ways that you can save money is by cooking your own food, because people in general, their biggest expense is eating out. But the thing about it is, we were talking about, you have to, if you don't have the ingredients in your kitchen, you're not going to cook it. So what are some ingredients that you think everyone should have in their kitchen to make food?
Yeah, well, first, your spices. I mean, and it's simple. You really can make anything with salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning, basil, a little oregano, and then you can get a little fancy with other things, maybe garlic. You have to have garlic in the refrigerator, or don't buy that.
Squeeze one.
Garlic?
I've been using this.
No.
You upset Momma Jackie.
And that jar stuff. Don't buy that jar stuff.
It's so easy. They
I
cut it up.
sometimes too, because I don't cook all the time, and then it goes bad when I go to make something. There's none there.
She made me buy it once. I never used this. So
I use the parsley like that too, and the.
Okay.
I have a garlic press. I put the garlic in and I squeeze it. It goes in my pan.
Right.
Why not a chop?
Garlic and some kind of a grated cheese is always, you got to always have Reggiano. Right. I mean, even if you don't have it, if you don't have that, you can have regular Parmesan or something, but you have to have a grated cheese in the house, you know. And then in the
Don't buy that Kraft stuff again.
No.
No, see, I grew up with the green canister.
With the green top, I go, no, take this. Would you love that? How bad?
It actually open it and smell it. Open it.
So the other day she left my house and I sent her home with the rest of the meat sauce that I made, and I handed her the Lucadeli cheese because I was like, "You're not used."
Do you put?
I'm not Italian. What can I say?
You do in your eggplant, right? So in my breadcrumbs, I do put.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't. I put
Put what?
Lori sauce and my own parsley in the breadcrumbs.
I make my own breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So I make
Oh, you're better than me. I don't do that, girl.
no. And again, easier than you think. You know, you have this leftover bread that you might have during the week. I throw it I have a bowl on my counter and I just cut it up in pieces and I throw it in there and it just dries out to a hard rock. On Saturday morning, I throw it in my food processor. You have breadcrumbs. Now you just season them. Salt, pepper, garlic, whatever you want to put.
My grandparents never used like 4C or whatever.
You look at the back of I'm sorry, I don't know if I should say the brand, but you look at the back of all these breadcrumbs, they all have like that GMO stuff in it.
Right.
I don't want that. So I make my own. Because I'm going to throw the bread out anyway.
To it.
You know, you're right.
Just throw it too low.
With the cheese I add when I'm about to use it. I don't leave the cheese in there and then store the breadcrumbs.
Oh no!
I know.
Yeah, as I cook.
Yeah, that me too. I get my tray, I put everything in, I do a little Lori's. I know the red seasoning sauce, it just gives it a kick.
For chicken cutlets, I watched I think it was the Cake Book's sister, maybe the Cake Book's sister Madeline,
Yeah.
and she put adobo.
Yeah.
So I started using that in chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
So that's salty though.
It is. That's why I do the Lori's, because the Lori's has a different taste than the adobo.
Yeah. The adobo is a little salty, but it has like a mixture of other seasonings in there. So
It did taste good though, and they noticed it in my house. They said there was something different with the chicken. I was like, oh wow.
What's in the freezer? Is your meat in the freezer, or do you buy as you cook?
Not much. I mean, I try to buy fresh as I go because every day I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to make. But I mean, I usually have some chicken breasts in there. I mean, I did buy a big, huge pork loin and I cut it up and I froze some of that, but not too much. I try to buy it fresh.
If you split it, you have to put.
You have to.
Like I split the chopped meat sometimes if I buy a big one.
Yeah.
So you have to have some, but I do like fresh. Everybody likes fresh.
Yeah, everybody likes fresh.
My meat don't look the same color.
Yeah.
I make sure it's in the freezer before the date. A lot of people don't go by dates. I go by dates. It's in the freezer before the date that it's supposed to be. And then when I take it out, it's all like different brown. I'm like, I dropped 4 steaks from Costco the other day. I was pissed.
Roscoe.
She won't give him that.
I'll give it a steak. But if it's not good, if I won't give it to my...
She only gives him the best. He gets better than Sean.
Frank Mommy loves you to death, and you get the same as Roscoe.
Boys are different than girls to feed. You know, I'm sure.
They have 17 assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
My kids will just be like, and I can't just make a pasta like my mom did with like peas or something because they're still hungry. So it's always got to be like a little meat on the side. So like chicken cutlets is my go-to because that's the only
Delete it.
thing. Meanwhile, I'm like, I love this pasta. So that's why I put the chopped meat in the other day. Because it's like mentally, if they don't have it, they're still hungry.
One of my favorites is the macaroni and peas, though. The shell.
My favorite.
God, I love it.
But my husband never ate it, so I never made it. Like lasagna, I don't even know how to make lasagna.
Oh, my sister I can't wait for Easter. She's making a fucking hell of a lasagna.
That's what we eat every year is lasagna for Easter.
I love it. I love it.
With the little
She's
meatballs.
actually going to do my sister now. My sister owns a couple of daycares here, but she took over my mother. Like when my mother passed away, my sister, she can cook anything.
Yeah.
I'm good, but I'm not.
Well, you cook a lot of different things, like the teriyaki chicken.
Yeah. Well, once that generation passed on, it's hard. It's hard now because they weren't. My mother didn't work; she was home all day.
Right.
You know,
That's
now
the big
I'm
difference.
working. It's hard.
Yeah. What do you cook for Easter?
Well, I'm going out for Easter this year. I have family in Staten Island. We're going to
I'm going to Staten Island. That's funny.
We're going to Nico's?
We didn't book anything.
It's Nico's. I think it's Nico's in Staten Island.
Where's that?
I mean, I'm in Eltingville. I'm in Staten Island.
Yeah, I have to ask them where those.
Wait,
You going for like a brunch?
No, we're going at 3:00. So it's a dinner, I guess.
after Hilton, the coach.
No. It's like I think it's Nico's, isn't it? Nico.
You make. I saw you made the Easter bread, right?
I made Easter bread. I gave that away. Yeah, it was delicious. But I sit there in the morning with the coffee. I mean, I eat.
I like it though. Yeah, that
I made a
favorite.
The pizza gain. I made
The pizza rustica,
pizza rustica. You don't like it?
What is it?
I love it.
Oh, it's a cake. I would call it a cake, but we like call it a pie. And you fill it with we use basket cheese, but it's like a regatta cheese with that's drained, so it's thick. And you fill it with all different kind of cold cuts. Supersad, mortadella, gabagool, all that kind of stuff. Salami, provolone, mozzarella, all that.
I love everything but gabagool.
And you chop it all up in small. I like small pieces.
Small pieces because it doesn't taste good if you do it like that.
Right, and eggs, there's 8 eggs in it, and then I made a homemade crust, which is not that hard to do. There's 3 ingredients, like lard
On that, yeah.
and you bake it, and it's just out of this world. It's unbelievably good. It's very heavy, rich, decadent.
Yeah, you
but
can
it's
eat like a
Easter.
little piece.
Yeah, you eat a little piece.
So it's like a quiche on steroids?
Yes, kind of like a quiche on steroids, right? But it's
delicious.
very traditional.
I
house.
love the Easter bread though.
The Easter bread was really good. Yeah, that was delicious.
Sweet,
And
right?
Very
It's your
sweet.
sweet move.
Yep, sweet. And
My
just
grandmother
really
used to make it fantastic. We never put the egg in it, but the bakeries do. I saw you put the egg. Some people do. We never did.
And I tried something different this year because I read somewhere that you could put a raw egg. So I dyed it, and I put the raw egg in, and it said it will cook in the oven. But I got like a soft-boiled egg.
You opened it.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it was. I was like, nah,
But how
not going to do that. Let me how to do it. I dyed an egg, and I put it in the middle.
And then,
I put it in the oven.
oh, okay.
And then as the cake,
You can put an egg in the oven and it will cook.
as the Easter cake baked, they said the egg would cook.
Great.
But it only got to soft boil.
Oh, so you opened the
Yeah,
egg.
I wanted to see. I'm like,
sorry.
let's see if this really worked. And when I opened it, I'm like, I wouldn't do that again. I would hard boil them like I always do and just put it in.
That's the attitude it's the whole down to earth, let's see what happens kind of thing. That gives me hope. So
Oh, there's no hope for you.
I think, you, like you said before, you bring up a very good point. Moms used to stay home. So cooking was like their job.
That's right.
They
right.
treated it like that. They did it all day.
They did it all day.
Did all that stuff all day. And so it was good that you got that experience. So now you have to, do you find yourself condensing recipes maybe, or how do you deal with the timing?
Well, I not so much condensing as much as I don't make some of the more complicated things so that I don't have time. Or on
Right.
a Saturday or Sunday, I'll make those like a pot roast or something like that. It might be a stew that needs hours to really kind of cook. I do that on a Sunday, like when I make my gravy or sauce, whatever you call it. Everybody has a different way of saying it.
Yeah, there was
I
just
get
some
trouble-
different thing about that that I was hearing.
What do I make? I make a sauce.
A sauce. Well, I see. We called it gravy growing up.
Yeah.
And then now I say
It's
that.
a big debate.
Oh my goodness. Right.
It's a big debate.
It's the big debate. So now, I get it. It is really sauce. I mean, and I have plenty of family and friends that are from Italy that have verified it's sauce. But where I grew up in a very ethnic Italian neighborhood. Like if you ever saw an episode of The Sopranos, that's where I grew up, right there. And we called it gravy. I don't know why they do it, but they did.
Yeah, some people do. Me and my friends grew up over here in Bensonhurst. So,
Me too. Right. I didn't always live in Staten Island.
and then everybody had a different thing, different type of Italian, different type
Exactly.
Right. Even dialect-wise or, So I always find it interesting to see how people cook. 'Cause it's like, oh, wow, you cook the same food. Sometimes we even put raisins in meatballs.
Oh, no.
I put pagnolis and raisins.
I'm not crazy about that.
I don't like that, but I do love pagnolis.
I do half and half.
Okay.
I do half regular and half raisins. So that's how my grandmother made it.
Right.
So and I enjoy it. So,
I don't like the raisins so much.
Me either.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a raisin person.
Don't make me any
You don't put in
meatballs.
extra either, raisins?
Not escarole and raisins or escarole and the meatball?
No, escarole, like you stuff it. But we do pinoles.
Stuff what? Meatball?
No, escarole.
Like a stuffed pizza? Like I make that for Christmas Eve. I make a stuffed pizza with escarole and I put raisins in that. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, we don't. We just eat the escarole.
You mean escarole and beans? Without the beans, you stuff the escarole.
We just stuff an escarole.
What is
no.
an escarole?
No, I don't make
With
that.
olives and.
Do I know?
Well,
is-
I don't know what it is.
that's the exact recipe, but I make it like there's a pizza dough. I got 2 pizza doughs.
Okay.
Picture that. So they're pizza doughs down, and I put that filling there, and then I put the other pizza dough on top, and then I bake it.
Okay.
And then you have it like a stuffed pizza.
Yeah.
And we eat that on Christmas Eve. Same thing. Olives, raisins, capers. Right. Same.
Oh, it has capers.
I love
Even
capers.
I know the recipe because that's one of my favorites.
I like capers.
That's what I love it. My cousin knows when I go to his restaurant, he puts a caper in, I'm returning the food.
Oh, capers are fantastic.
Do you like olives?
I love olives.
Oh.
I'm weird. I love olives. I could eat a whole jar of olives. I could eat a whole jar. That's my favorite. Green, red, green, black, Kalamata. I love olives. I just don't like capers. And whenever I go to his restaurant, my favorite dish is the chicken rollatini. That's my favorite.
There's a place over here called Papa Fresco.
Okay.
I'm not sure they're open on Mondays, but I'll send somebody to get it for you if they are open. They make a sugar del with stuff with everything. So they have it with the beef rustiga, and they have it with like sausage and peppers. They have it with one of my favorite dishes is the broccoli lob and sausage.
Oh, I love that.
You could give that to me on any.
Me too. I eat that every day.
Yes. And they stuff them, and it's just actually amazing. My mother sent one of them over to my house the other day, and I was like, oh my God, Mom, stop sending me these things.
And I don't know how to cook broccoli rabe, but that is my favorite thing to eat. I love grilled chicken and broccoli rabe.
Very easy to cook.
Easy.
Even I could say
I'm
that.
going to watch you.
Right.
I'm going to watch your recipe.
Watch Tom. You can get a bit.
I watched you a little, but I didn't see that one yet.
Sometimes you can get a bitter one.
So I just spent, I want you to know, $12 from Freddy's in Staten Island. The containers this big of broccoli rabe.
Oh, come on.
No, you can make it yourself.
Make it yourself. Pennies.
Send it to my mother. She'll make it for you.
See,
I'll go hang up.
doesn't that lead into the question of what her favorite recipe to cook is?
It's hard to say what my favorite thing is, but one of the things I like the eggplant parm, only because everybody likes it. So,
My favorite.
you know, I like making people happy. There's nothing better,
That's how she is.
but it's true, right? There's nothing better than cooking something homemade from scratch for people that don't really cook like that, right?
And then invite any over if you want to feel good.
Anytime. And then you get that reaction, they tasted it and they just, it's very
It is a
different.
good feeling.
So I'm gonna,
feeling.
I'm going to say something. I please her. That's a big freaking deal because she eats nothing. And she loves my chicken pot pie. Tell him. Come on, Amanda. Say it.
She wouldn't even open the Auntie Bob's before because of the smell of cheese.
She doesn't like cheese.
Oh my God.
She's not Italian.
She loves, obviously.
Is there anything you really dislike to make? Is there something that you don't enjoy that,
Tripe.
Oh, is that
How
one
about
of
it now?
is that one of the fishes?
No, it's a cow stomach. No, I can't. My father used to love it. My mother would make it. When she made that, he'd go crazy. I couldn't even look at it. It's disgusting. But so I never had a piece of it in my mouth, and I never.
My mom used to make it.
But they say it's delicious.
No, I won't eat it.
I can't eat it. I can't.
I used to hate seeing the lamb's head in this thing.
Oh yeah. We used to get that, and on Christmas Eve, my grandmother would get the live eels, and they'd be in the bathtub. And then she'd grab it, she'd chop the head off. I sort of
See, no, my traumatized me from live drink.
I know.
We eat rabbit on Easter.
Yeah.
And my grandmother used to traumatize me as a kid. She took me into the live poultry. I watched them swing the chickens, and that was the end. I didn't eat meat for 2 years. I mean, sorry.
No, that's terrible.
Although, you know what, I personally think those places are disgustingly gross,
It's
filthy.
still there, that one. In
They should be shut down.
Really?
I'll have them shut down.
Yeah, they still have the live poultry, the same exact place, 61st Street.
Well, isn't it good to have, fresh?
Well, it is, but you don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And, obviously that's where it comes from.
And they're not clean. Filthy.
You clean it yourself.
No, they're not a clean
You
place.
clean your fish when you get it from a fish store.
I don't make fish. I don't like fish. I go to my sister's when she makes shrimp.
I'm sure they got to follow FDA codes and stuff.
Right.
But
What do you stuff calamari with?
Oh, let's see. So I'll take the some tentacles and I also thinking
I think one of my favorite dishes.
not testicles, tentacles. You know, breadcrumbs. I was going to say tentacles. The tentacles, and then sometimes I'll buy the baby shrimp and I'll put that in there, and I put capers and some Kalamata olives and
So I love Kalamata.
yeah, some cheese, things like that.
Yeah, I love
Pretty much it. And
They look like, ew.
oh my God, it is
Delicious. They don't understand.
I look at Kalamata as like a little ring. I don't like the little tentacles and
Oh, those are my favorites.
Me too.
Oh,
It's watch it dangling from my mouth.
it's delicious.
We eat the legs.
oh, I don't like the legs.
You don't put them in sauce?
The legs, like the little.
Like you
squid-
don't put an octopus in sauce?
No, I don't do octopus. I do shrimp,
You do shrimp. What else?
baked clams, but I don't eat the clam. I just like the breadcrumbs with a little bit of lemon. I love lemon on my baked clams.
Breadcrumbs, baked breadcrumbs.
That's it? You don't even eat like a fillet?
No, I don't eat fish.
No fish.
So it's funny you mentioned lemon. That's one of the things I noticed too. You use a lot of lemon zest. You're always like zesting a lemon or something like that and everything. And I was like, what is that? What's the theory behind that? Because of course, you're talking to someone who stupidly doesn't know how to cook. Yeah, because it's the peel, right?
Yeah, it's the peel. And that was surprising when I first started this. I was just going about my business zesting lemons. And so many people would say, what's the difference between the zest and the juice? And why would you do that?
Right.
And I was dumbfounded because, again, I just assume people know. But the flavor that you get out of that peel is just, it's so lemony, and you're not getting that acidic juice from the, lemon itself. So I love to use the zest.
Try orange.
Oh, and I do use
Oh my God.
orange.
On a chicken,
Oh, yeah.
orange chicken, you zest it. Oh my God, it's
We
delicious.
zest it for cookies. Like,
Yeah, it just gives a real bright, vibrant, fresh flavor to whatever you're cooking.
I'm gonna have to try that. I actually have a zester that I've never used.
They have a zest. Now you get along.
Yeah, no, do it.
The orange, you must have the outside of like a nice
Orange.
Oh my God, you put that in the egg of when you're breading the chicken.
I never did that. I have to say, I never did that. I just made a.
Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Dirty bird.
you kept us doing it. You're very good at it.
I was zesting.
You're zesting.
Oh God.
I just made a ricotta cheesecake that had orange and lemon zest in it, and that was good.
I saw that.
That was
That's
good.
an Italian cheesecake.
That's an Italian cheesecake.
It's my
That's
favorite.
Delicious.
I have to figure out how to use those pans. I have them.
No, you were like, I saw that was another thing. You were using that pan, and I'm like, I've seen those pans, right, but I've never known how to, I've never seen anyone actually use
slab.
Really?
You're not supposed to open the oven. Yeah, not supposed to open the oven.
My whole at the end collapsed when I tried to. I said, I'll never use
Set it and forget it.
Set it and
when you're
forget it.
baking a cheesecake, you never open that oven.
I'm never going to make one again. I make Personally, I like American cheesecake better. I love Junior's. People at Brooklyn, like, come on.
I make a very good cheesecake, American cheesecake, but I don't know how to make the ricotta one, but I'm going to follow.
Oh, it's easy. It's not that hard.
I've never made one, but I make a hell of a cheesecake.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I do love a regular, like, New York style cheesecake. I mean, there's nothing like that, but
Mine's like this thick.
me. But ricotta cheesecake is delicious, and it just
favorite.
reminds me of Easter, because that's when we make it, Easter time.
Are you making one for Easter?
No, well, I'm going out. Well, I made one. I did,
Because I just stopped by and tighten up.
I did make one about a week ago. So maybe I was surprised.
Her daughters aren't going to eat it because it's got 1,000 calories.
Adopt me, Momma Jackie.
No, yours.
The door's always open.
I have one question. What do you do in your spare time? You have a job, you cook. Do you is this like a hobby for you now? Do you love it so much? Is that something you would just do in your spare time?
Well, now it's taken over. I will say, I mean, there's not much time left. So the little bit of time I have, it's, my daughter plays lacrosse. I'm running to her game. Or, my other daughter does competition. She's going to run a half marathon. And whatever my kids are doing, I try to focus on them. And there's really not, I do my laundry and clean my house. I mean, what is there?
My poor laundry is suffering so much.
Right?
I do it daily.
So do I, except mine's been in the wash since yesterday.
Yeah, it's gonna
I do the
smell
same
bad.
thing.
So do you enjoy cooking as much now that you're doing these videos as you did before there was like pressure to put out another video?
I do. I have no problem with that. I love cooking. The pressure is where, sometimes you maybe on a given day you might be like, oh, tonight we're getting a pizza. I'm ordering pizza on the way home. Now I can't do that because I'm like, I got to make a video. I can't get a pizza. So I always that's the pressure, but I still like doing it.
But you do go out and eat. I see that video.
Yeah, no, I
That's
do.
good.
No, I went out last night. We went out for dinner, but
I seen your vlogs. You've shown it.
Put your Momma Jackie name on a pizza box and pretend you made that pizza. Go get the pizza, swap it out, say Momma Jackie.
Well, she can make a pizza, I'm sure. I'm sure she can make one.
yeah, I've made pizza.
So what about, you think about making a cookbook?
Oh yeah, it's actually with the editor right now. She's working on it. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So
Yeah.
to have that,
Oh, you worked on it.
I did it. I mean,
Right, yeah,
I mean,
sure, cookbook.
it's a task because that was another thing.
You have to measure things.
You gotta take pictures and
And you got to take pictures and you got to download them and you have to get them on a Google Drive and it's just a lot of work, So every night you're working on that. It took me forever.
no, that's fantastic.
I
buy your book.
like
Yeah.
Thank you.
as long as you sign it.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll come to your first book signing.
All right. I would love that. So
And you're gonna turn around to us and say, I fucking know you.
I can know you.
So you do mostly cooking and stuff that I've seen, but sometimes you just want to like speak.
Yes.
You just want to like get something off your chest. And you had this one thing about double spacing after a period that I saw, and that's so funny because I had that exact same interaction with my daughter. And so I looked it up because I'm like, how many spaces do you use after a period? And well, you used to in a typewriter. The typewriter, you learn to type, you use 2. Now, the standard is 1, like APA format is 1 space because the font of the computer actually makes it even out. And so you don't need to use 2 spaces anymore. And in 2019, they actually formally made that a part of writing.
I still use 2 in my computer when I'm writing.
I always use
at the end.
Always do.
When me and her, like at the end of the turnover, because like
Right.
took typing probably in junior high school, but computers and
Yeah.
so like,
Goldberg was my teacher.
like you graduated in 96, and graduated in 97. So I mean, like that's when the changeover was.
Oh, God. I tell you what I was doing in
Just Gen X, right here.
I gotta tell you, if I'm typing something on my computer, I'll still double
I'm
space.
always double spaced.
Always.
She's older than me, so.
But my daughter,
She called you out on it?
yeah, because she came up behind me to give me a hug to say goodbye, and I'm like typing and and she's like, I don't know, she just caught it, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "What do you mean? I'm writing an email." She goes, "Well, what was that?" And I said, "Double space." She goes, but she's real said, "Nobody does that." What do you mean nobody does that? Nobody does that. I go, everybody does that. Nobody does that. So we went back and forth, and that was how that came about because I'm like, you always double space after a period, but
Now your cookbook now.
no.
You got to have an editor for that. That cookbook needs to be edited.
And if you remember the new paragraph, you had to indent 5 spaces.
I still do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't do that anymore?
No.
No, you tab.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, right. I thought you meant I thought you meant you don't start a paragraph. I was like, where have I been?
I don't know.
I don't know how.
Somebody looks at all my stuff and goes, I'm fixing everything in your file.
Well, now AI fixes everything. Man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Joanna.
I know that's one of the things. A lot of the skills that we have are being taken over by computers, so you don't have to know the answer and you don't have to know how to work it out because it'll automatically be adapted to whatever.
Well, you don't have to type anymore. You could just talk.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Exactly. But so with cooking, that's something that you can keep down to the basic level.
Yeah.
You could, that cannot be replaced. Like when you go out to eat, can you tell the difference? Like if something was homemade or if they pulled something out of the freezer?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Didn't you ever watch Gordon Ramsay when he goes to those restaurants? I mean, you can tell immediately when something is fresh and when something has been.
That's what people say, like pasta. They say you can tell pasta immediately if it's fresh. I'm sorry, but I
know. I love how people can taste spices. Like certain, and I can't. And I'm like, wow, how did you know that was in there? Like when I put a drop, I mean, how do you even know?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I even have struggle with some of those spices, but especially if you don't use them a lot.
Right.
I use a lot of just Italian spices. So if I'm looking for some kind of Indian spice or something, I'm not going to know.
I could not.
I'm just not.
Do you grow your own?
Not really, because I live in New Jersey, and whenever I have
The Garden State.
garden state, I got a lot of groundhogs and
All right, yeah. They have raccoons.
they eat all my stuff. And so now I do pots, and I try to keep them up on my,
Okay.
so I do some tomatoes, a couple things, some definitely.
You make your own
basil.
tomatoes? You could jar it?
I do, but I don't grow my own tomatoes. I go and I buy them by the case.
A lot of
and
people
that
do.
is talk about a labor of love. Oh my God! I mean, because I'll get a dozen cases of tomatoes, and we have the whole family come, and I have a machine, and we have to wash the tomatoes.
Wow.
It's a whole process, yes.
It's a 12, 15-hour day, easy. to
My
make.
friend Maria does that.
But I'll
'cause I'm
get, 200 jars of sauce, and it'll last me the whole winter. Nothing like opening up a jar of sauce in January. I should have brought your sauce. I didn't even think of that.
I see that you get some as gifts.
Time next.
And it's hard to use jar sauce, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny when you got jarred sauce as a gift and you're like, okay, I'm not endorsing jarred sauce, but
They send them to me. What am I supposed to do?
We have to have a conversation with her, and not only does she buy her own one, she buys ragu. How about
bonbon. That's what my mom.
like at least at Michael's restaurant, you can get that. I guess.
But hold on, Michael's has a very good
Soccer
sauce. Very good sauce.
We went to Michael's a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it's one of the best places.
He does. And Rayo's too. It's not Mama Rayo's, but Rayo's is a good sauce.
Reyes is a good sauce.
Like in a pinch, if I'm here working, my son can turn around and boil pasta as long as we're not putting the house on fire. Open up a jar, put it on top.
See, what we have in this area, especially, you have a lot of Italian specialty stores. So I rather go to Pastosa and get their sauce.
Right.
Like, you understand? Like, if I'm gonna go get a sauce real quick. No, I'm just using them as an example. I actually I go to Papa Pasquale.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Get
Papa.
that sauce.
Oh my God.
So, like, if I'm in a pinch and I'm like, just want to run home and make something, then I'll go there. And their sauce is at least decent.
Yeah, but Rayo's isn't bad.
You tell me that it's so easy to make sauce. Why I don't have any? Because it's so easy.
But it really is. Listen,
I'm using squeezed garlic. What I'm trying to tell you is I don't have the stuff in the house.
you just, like, I like to use whole peeled tomatoes, but you don't even have to use that. You can use crushed tomatoes or puree, but
Peeled is peeled too.
whole is the best.
Whole peeled.
And you just need a little bit of garlic and olive oil, salt, pepper.
Really is nothing. I tried to explain that to her.
How do you make it into a sauce? How do you make a tomato into a sauce? I know you're gonna laugh at me and make fun of me,
I've
but
taught you multiple times.
how you make it? Do you put it in the blender?
You could use a blender, but I smush it.
You use your hand. So I'll start with olive oil in the pot with the garlic and then a little bit of onion. And while that's simmering, open up your can of whole peeled tomatoes, put them in a bowl and just squish them with your hands.
That's how I do it.
Really?
Really. And then once that's ready, put it in the pot, add some basil,
Make so much
salt, pepper, right. Salt, pepper, basil,
Tomato.
and you just let that simmer 20 minutes. I'm not, it'll take 20 minutes, and that's it.
It taste makes no sense, but sometimes I'm in a rush and I need to get it done right now. Or if I'm making like chicken parmesan and I'm just gonna throw something on there, like I'm not.
I'm gonna try making the sauce and let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
I freeze sauce too.
Well, as a matter of fact, when I made my eggplant parmesan video just the other day, I used a very simple sauce, and everybody said, "Could you make it again? I want to see it again." So I'm going to do it this week. So
Oh, good. Because that's a big thing.
Because I'd love to watch.
okay.
That's a big thing.
So we're gonna be looking out for the cookbook.
Absolutely.
Very excited to see that.
Absolutely. And it was such a pleasure to have you here. You actually give me hope that I can make something that tastes delicious.
I can tell you this.
Bro, can do it.
No, earlier, it's funny because Momma Jackie and we park similarly, if you know how I park my car.
Well, she has an excuse, so she lives in Jersey. Everything's a driveway.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was like, I park the same way. And I was like, okay, so maybe like I have something in common with her. Maybe I can cook too.
You can get it. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to have those basic staples, and you follow along on the video. I have friends that send me pictures of them watching me step by step as they're cooking. It's really funny, and you can
You
do
should
it.
watch it.
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
And it's fun, and you'll taste the difference. I mean, that's the key, the difference of the food. It's just so different,
Mm-hmm.
And I love what I'm doing. I mean, at 60 years old, I think I'm killing it. I'm trying my best, so let's do it.
I think you're killing it too. Thank you so much for like being here and like talking to us about all these things. It just gives me so much hope. And
I got to go home and cook.
Yeah, I want to cook too today.
All right.
So down to earth.
Oh, thank you.
And I cook every day.
Thank you.
But you are super down to earth, and we so appreciate
Thank
coming.
you. I
And
appreciate
thank you for the bread and the eggplant. It was amazing. Oh my God. I'm going to have another piece.
And what about you guys? You gave me this beautiful gift basket, beautiful food, all the food.
Yeah, she didn't even say it one time.
I know, right? Andiamo, that's my word.
yeah.
So, andiamo, welcome to the family.
Thank you.